Well, good Tuesday night. Bye, friends. I did the video today and got a little update I wanted to share with y'all. And you know how I like to do my later night chat, so I'll wind up with two today. Housekeeping, I am smoking some blackberry and honey and chocolate in my Lauren's Daddy Dublin. It's a bent blasted, and this one came from Just For Him. Really like this little old pipe. It's been a good one. I brought it back last. I've had it about 7-8 months. I talked to Papi today, Chris. You know, he and Miss Mary have been bad under the weather. They've had this crud just tore everybody up, and I think they began to get over that. And then there were some issues that he wanted me to kind of inform y'all about. I won't go into a ton of details. That I'll leave that up to him. But he's having some issues with his mom, his elderly mom, and you know they're faced with the same situation that my wife and I are faced with her dad, and we're just in the beginning stages of it, which is Alzheimer's or dementia, whatever. I guess it's actually two different things, and I'm not sure which Chris's mom suffers from, but certainly brought on by age, and I think she's in the hospital doing better, but they had some issues there, and they have a loaded plate right now. And he said let everybody know that he would very likely going to be off of YouTube for a few days. He's like he said, and to quote him, he's dealing with the big boy issues right now, and he's got, like I say, he's got a plate full. So y'all keep him in your prayers. Him and Miss Mary both. Hopefully we'll see him through comments. I don't look for him to be doing any videos for the next upcoming days. Who knows if he can get things lined out? You may see a comment here and there, but y'all do keep him in your thoughts and prayers. But I just watched the Rangers pull one out in the bottom of the ninth. Well, I guess it was the bottom of the ninth. It was tied 2-2, and against Philadelphia Phillies, and Bill and Mike and Guy. I not anything against y'all's Phillies, but I was pulling for them Rangers, and I do watch the Phillies from time to time, but in that particular case, I had to go with my Rangers. So, but it was a good game. It was a good game. Now I tell you who my team is. Of course, in another league, but is the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, let me tell you, that is my team, my favorite. Has been for 25 years, and I love to watch them on TV. I love to watch them in person. My baby boy, my son, the one that's a chef, the one that's living down in South Louisiana, he's a bigger Cardinals fan than I am. Actually, my family, my brother, of course, my brother went to school in St. Louis. When he went to school to become a chiropractor, that's where he was at, and And it turned out really lucky because we were always, my little boy was a Cardinal fan. He got me hooked on the Cardinals. My little son did. When he was just a little fella, he took a liking to the Cards. And lo and behold, my brother wound up in St. Louis. Before he got up there to St. Louis, I had actually took him to there one summer. We just decided to take a vacation and went to St. Louis. Of course, there's tons to do there. You got, there is a Six Flags there for a little, for, of course, I got to go back through all of that with Miss Emily. I got to go back through all of the amusement parks at my age, which I still kind of like them. I enjoy them, but they got Six Flags there, Grant's Farm, the Arch, and of course the Cardinals. We made sure we went when the Cardinals was playing in town. Caught 2 games. I can't remember one of them. One of them was Cincinnati Reds they played, and I can't remember who they played on that first trip up. But he just sat awestruck, and little fella, and of course I liked him too, and that was in the old Busch Stadium, of course, and then of course they've got the original Budweiser brewery there. And that thing is an amazing, if you're ever in St. Louis, and I've been in the one in Houston too, it's nothing, absolutely nothing compared to one in St. Louis. If you're ever in St. Louis, you get a tour of that thing. Don't cost a thing to go through, and it didn't used to. Since Anheuser-Busch is sold, who knows? But that is an amazing tour. It takes a couple of hours. It's something I've been through twice, and I'd go through it again. It's been several years since I've been through it. Of course, with my brother going to school, we managed to catch more and more Cardinals games. Every time we'd go, we'd always try to catch a Cardinals game. Seen them when they played the Astros. My father-in-law lived in Houston. Of course, he was a Houston fan, Astros fan, naturally. And we went to the old Astrodome, and of course, I took him a couple of times to the stadium there in the ballpark at Arlington, watch the Rangers play. And of course, been in the new Minute Maid field there. It's a nice field. It's to me, it's. I like the old Astrodome. Wasn't too bad a deal, but it was old, and this one's certainly nice. I prefer the old. I've been in the new stadium at St. Louis. I'm just a dinosaur, as y'all know, and I like the old Busch Stadium best. That was just me. I'll never forget Gussie Busch coming out on those Clydesdales, coming out. Driving a team of Clydesdales riding on that Budweiser trailer. That stadium had a lot of history in it, and I hated to see it go. As a lot of these stadiums have went by the wayside, but I tell y'all that. That Anheuser-Busch deal is out of sight. And of course, you get to sample beer when you get to the end of it. They've got big vats, and it is ice cold. Right into the wall, and it's just as fresh as, it's right there. It never left the place. You getting it right from the brewery, and it is some of the cold beer. Of course, they got peanuts and pretzels too. And then for the little fellas, they've got and girls, they got free soda there for them. But the beer, you always sample a Michelob or a Budweiser. One year we went, and it just came out with that Bud Ice, and it's got a higher alcohol content. You can have 2 samples. They're not going to let you sit there and get a buzz going, but you can have two little plastic cups of it, and I tried. I was there when the ice came out. Tried it, and I think Michelob Ultra. Of course, it's about like drinking water. I'm not a beer drinker. I drink it occasionally. Don't drink it much anymore. I don't just sit around drinking beer. Rarely. If I do, I like it in a frosty mug. And I love it with if I get a craving to drink a beer with a pizza or a good plate of enchiladas, go to a Tex-Mex place. Like last night, I started to get a beer, but I had just taken some medication and I didn't need to drink beer. But I come real close to ordering a Budweiser. Excuse my voice. With that plate of enchiladas and tamales I got last night. But it is the cleanest place you've ever seen. And they go through the entire process. I mean, it's literally, and I'm not exaggerating, you could eat off the floor. It is so clean. And the odd thing about it is just millions of cases, bottles of beer go out of that thing on a, I don't know how much they ship out of there a day. It is unreal. And of course, that is the old original plant that dated back into the late 1800s. It looks like you're in an old German city. Just it's got an old clock tower. I mean, it's just awesome. And you think all of a sudden they say, they'll ask you. They said, they tell you how many. Just an astronomical amount of beer goes out of there in a day. And they said, but look around. We've been on this whole tour. Look around you. There's no trucks here. There's no trains. You don't see any. And you look around, it dawns on you. They've just told you this astronomical figure of beer that goes out of there. And they say, there's no trucks here. You look around, and it's all underground. There's a cavern, a cave underground, and all of those trucks are loaded, and the train runs through there. Everything is loaded underground. It comes out. You can't even see where it comes out from where we were standing. It's way on down there, out of eyesight. And those trucks are loaded underground. They take off. Train leaves. But you don't see no trucks there. That's the strangest thing. But if you go through St. Louis and you've got an extra day, go through the arch, go to Grant's Farm, and be sure you go through the Budweiser Brewery. Yep, be sure. I don't know who's playing that now. San Francisco and Arizona. I'm not real super keen on any one of those. Now, the Giants I can deal with. I like them occasionally. But anyhow, I want to thank y'all. I got a ton of positive responses off of the video I did earlier this morning. And had some that was, I've had a couple of indications, well, not indications, but I've had a couple of PMs, that, and I thank y'all. Look, many people stood firm with me, and I promise you, I'm not turning you back on you or leaving you holding the bag on this deal. What I did was because, my salvation is more important to me. If I died tonight in my sleep, I want to meet my Maker with knowing that I've made everything that I've done wrong. I've made it right. And I wasn't totally wrong. I wasn't wrong in this deal. And there's a lot of things I certainly wasn't right on. We both have seen that. And like I say, as Christian men, have to move forward. And I love this community with all my heart. It means everything to me. I don't want to see it split. It is bad split now, worse than I thought it was. I don't want to see that. The love of the briar and the love of the cob and the tobacco and the cigars, all, and we gotta salvage this thing. And I thank y'all for the comments, and I thank you for understanding. And no, I certainly, it was not. I mean, that was not my goal to just leave everybody, because I had a ton of support, and so did mine. And that's just it, I did not intend to leave. It wasn't that I just, okay, I'm gonna run here and I'm gonna make up and leave everybody holding the bag that supported me. Thank you for your support. I hope if I ever have a problem again, you'll come right back to me. But the thing about it is I had to make amends for things, anything that for my hand in it, I had to make amends for. It's the way I believe. It's the spiritually, it's the way I believe. Um, and the other party has done the same thing. They feel the same way. So it's over. It's done. Let's be happy and let's move on and let's start sharing our talks, our tales, and our talks, and let's start talking about the back of good cigars and showing these good pipes, these new pipes we all got. I just picked up. I went to today, and like I say, I'm trying to replace what I've sold. I mean, not sold, what I've smoked. So I don't wake up one day with a couple of humidors empty. So, I'm smoking 5 a week, probably 4 or 5 a week now. So I'm buying now. There again, I've probably bought more this week than I have smoked, but it's a sickness. It's it's a weakness. But I picked up a couple of punches today and a couple more brick houses. I'm getting one of them slam full for sure. And I picked up this sand crystal. Any of y'all ever tried this one? I'm gonna put it in the humidor. I'm not gonna smoke it right away. It is a higher end stick, and I'm gonna do the higher end ones weekends, special occasions, that kind of thing. I'm gonna smoke my lower ends during the week. Anyhow, I'm over again as usual on time. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your friendship, your support, all things. Y'all take care. Have a good one, and God bless you.